When we are defining IT project, it is very important from the word itself, project. So, dyan papasok yung tinatawag natin, the project scope. So, it is the work to be completed. So, the specific section of the project charter should clarify not only what will be produced or delivered by the project team, but also what will not be part of the progress scope. So this distinction is important for two reasons. First, when we're talking about yung scope, yung sakop niya. The limitation itself and the other purposes of it would be very important. But when we're talking about the project scope, kung gaano kalaki yung isang proyekto. Why it's project management is very important for you to achieve the successful output of a certain project. So what else? It provides the foundation for developing the project's plan, schedule, and cost estimates. So there will be changes to the project scope that will impact the project schedule and the budget. So that is if the resources are fixed. Expanding the amount of work you have to complete will take more time and money. So therefore, the creation of additional work for the project team will be extend to the project schedule, and we call it the invariability, okay? Invariably increase because. So when we're talking about the project scope, dito papasok yung schedules, yung fixed time budget, the amount of work needed, and including what would be the additional work that could fall to the project or including the project team. So we have example of the project scope statement. For example, the project would be an IBR project, the project sponsor, and the project manager. And there should be the date of approval of the project and the last revision date. So the project scope are in scope, or we call it the scope, and the limitation will be the out of scope. So ang gagawin sa certain project is an IBR system to handle indirect sales calls. Set up to the IBR system, ready to handle all sales inquiries. Trainings for sales, team on how to use the system, an administration system. So the IBR system can be configured by the sales team. Meaning, these are the setup which is guided for us, no? For the scope, yung sakop, kung hanggang saan. Yung out of scope, yun ay hindi natin gagawin. Yung support for any other team other than sales. The ability of the route complex sales inquiries such as partnership. It's not part of the project anymore. Doon papasok si project deliverables, the output. So yan ang magiging resulta. Then we have acceptance criteria followed by the constraints and the assumptions. Constraints, the sales teams are not dedicated to the project and must fit this around their day-to-day sales job. So the assumptions of that the sales team and full project team will be available to create the WBS, or we call it the work breakdown structure. Yan yun. So ang WBS ay nagpo-provide ng hierarchical structure na may outline ng activities or work that needs to be done in order to complete the project scope. So the WBS also provides a bridge or link between the project scope and the detailed project plan that will be entered into that specific project or in the project management software package. So WBS is like a timeline Gantt chart that has been used by project managers when they are developing outlines of the activities. There should be the start of the development and the deadline of the development, or we call it the what? The submission period. So WBS is very important. So today, most project management software packages are relatively inexpensive and rich in features. When we're talking about inexpensive, affordable, some of them are in open source. So it is almost unthinkable that anyone would plan and manage a project without such a tool. So the project success, however, will not be determined by one's familiarity with the project management software package or the ability to produce nice, the work breakdown structure, we call it the WBS, depends on the looking reports and graphs. So it is not the process. Majority that you will be seeing in the work breakdown structure would be the process, would be the dates, would be the functionalities of each team, or let's say of each developers in the team of those who are developing the projects. So it can create nice looking for the reports and graphs. Basically, it would be a readable output. So yung WBS na yan would really help the project manager to attain the goals, the project scope within the deadline. So what are the phases of project? Sa project, there should be the phase that we're getting the deliverables that include the activity task, milestone, and the deliverable completion. And also we have the phase of milestone, which are for the phase completion or the output completion. So why in the electronic commerce banking project, look at this example, there should be the initialize and conceptualize of the business case, plus the project planning. After the project planning, it would be proceed on the execute and control, followed by the close project and evaluates project success. So in short, when we are interpreting it, in execution control, there would be the analysis, design, construction, testing, and implementation. Those phases are very important in project management. Analyzing the system proposal plan, the design, what you're thinking from logical to technical, for the construction, you're applying the system, and testing is you're testing it, getting the errors and bugs of those projects and the risk. And then, if you already verified that and save the errors for something, there should be the implementation. That would be the documentation training program and including the conversion plan. So here's an example of work breakdown schedule, or we call it the WBS. So it's an easy bank project. Start with conceptualize and initialize project. Then you will be developing a charter plan, followed by analysis, followed by design, construction, and including the testing. The testing plan may be very broad because here there should be the results report that you will be reviewing the test plan with the client. Ibig sabihin, ite-testing nyo sa kanila yung ginawa nyong project, to carry out the test plan, analyze the result, kung yun ba ay natututunan ng madali at nagagamit nila, prepare test results and prepare the presentation, present test results to the client, address any software issues on problem in case there are some bugs. Then the milestone would be the client signs up on the test results. And that would be the milestone testing completed. Once that milestone testing completed, it would be proceeded to the implementation. After the implementation, ginagamit na ng kumpanya, close project, then evaluate the project success if it will be very helpful to the specific organization. So WBS really helped in attaining those word success in the project. So ano ba meron dapat sa WBS or sa work breakdown structure? Even when you are creating animation, it's very important that you could consider it or you will consider it as a project. So it should be deliverable oriented. It should support the project's MOB, have enough detail to support planning and control. Should involve those who will be doing the work. Should include learning cycles and past lessons learned. So, dapat meron tong mga functionalities, like it should be an deliverable oriented, there should be an output. Dapat masuportahan yung project management scope, and it should be controlled and planned. And there should be a learning cycle. So ito yung mga questions when we're doing project. What are you going to estimate? Where do you start? How do you estimate? First of all, when we're creating project, involve ang cost, gastos. Kaya nga may cost benefits analysis din. So where do you start? Where will you start? Can you target first the specific problem and make up with the objectives? And how do you estimate it? So ito yung mga meron tayo. No? Unang-una, when we are estimating techniques, there should be a traditional project management approaches. Guesstimating, Delphi technique, time boxing, top-down, bottoms-up, analogous estimate or the past experience, parametric modeling or the statistical experience. So what are guesstimating? You are guessing the estimate. So actually, this estimation, just picking numbers out of the air, is not the best way to derive project. But unfortunately, some inexperienced manager, dahil meron na silang alam, they are tend to guess it. For example, nagawa nila yung certain project, alam na nila paano mag-estimate. Magkano yung gagastusin dyan and so on and so forth. So we call it the guesstimating. Then we have the Delphi technique. So Delphi technique involves multiple anonymous experts. So each expert made an estimate. Estimate compared, if close, can be average. If not, do another iteration until consensus is reached. So there should be two experts involved. Kaya nga Delphi technique. So meaning it is a close and average level of discussion. Then we have time boxing. And time boxing is a box of time that allocated for a specific activity, task, or deliverable outputs. So can focus a team if it is used effectively, can demoralize team if not used effectively. Because when we're talking about time boxing, this is time constrained. May specific deadline agad for, okay, so per output. So mayroong specific time to meet that deadline per output. Pag di nagawa, nakaka-demoralize na ng team. Meaning, mag-aaway-away or let's say, it would be a failure of project. It can be lead to demoralize. Top-down. Top-down is what we call top and middle managers determine overall project schedule or costing. So lower level managers are expected to break down the schedule budget estimates into the specific activities of the work breakdown structure. So the top-down can determine overall project schedule. So it is expected to the breakdown schedule, the budget that estimates into specific activities. So that is a top-down. The one who is doing is the lower level managers to break down the schedule. Bottom-up, so this would be a scheduled budget or constructed from the work breakdown schedule. Mas mainam to. Start with people who will be doing the work. And the schedule and budget are aggregate of detailed activities and costing. It is a focused discussion. The bottoms up would be most efficient even in doing research or even your capstone project. Yung analogous estimate naman is similar to the top-down approach. It uses information from the previous similar project as a basis for estimation. Yung mga nakaraang project na pwedeng pagbasihan, that will be the basis for their estimation. Parametric modeling naman is the use of parameters in mathematical models. So example, yung $50 based on, may pinagbabasihan yung programming language, the level of expertise, the size, and complexity. There should be a dependence of it. So in short, it's very important that you should know how to define an IT project. Sa IT project, the most important thing is you should accomplish it based on the timeline that's been given or you've been projected at. Kaya nga, pinapayuhan lagi ang mga estudyante na you should have a good team because a good team would result for a good output of our project.